And since Terry's been with us, our productivity has gone up 46%. We're getting more from our employees than ever before.
You know you need a cover sheet on your TPS reports, Richard. That ain't new, baby.
Hey, Janice.
Hey, Janice.
But what's really impressed me is how Terry's become part of the Felcher family.
Get out, baby.
He fits right in here.
That's a long distance call, Doug.
To be honest, I wish Reebok sent us 10 Terry Tates.
You want to play games, G? Well, when it's game time, it's pain time, baby.
Okay, so that's the current situation at my firm. Obviously not very conventional. A lot of sick days, a lot of injuries on the job. Alright, so nowadays, as far as productivity goes, there's a great demand for working a lot more and getting more out of it. You're gonna, as an employee, your employers want you to essentially be as productive as possible, and this creates a lot of stress and fatigue as an employee, physically, emotionally, psychologically. If you have to deliver each and every day, there's a requirement you have to meet. As far as sick days goes, you may want to stay home one day just because I've got so much on my shoulders. There's a lot to do, especially in the video. I mean, who wants to go to work when you have an office linebacker hunching over you every day? Again, this will create a little bit of unethical behavior. There's going to be corners you want to cut just for the sake of being productive. There's a potential of employee turnover just from being dissatisfied on a daily basis. And the chance of outsourcing becomes a lot greater just because the fact that there's so much pressure on your back as you go into it. Now, I wanted to, there we go. I wanted to talk about 3 solutions that are possible for employee productivity. I realize that it's very unconventional in my firm, but there's 3 solutions that I've come up with. The first being, oh, that's brought my hand. The first being lighting. Now, I understand that this doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal for a company, but it's the fact that everything that surrounds you, it has to be lit. It has to be so you can read the printing on the books in front of you. You have to be able to see your screen. Nobody can actually work in a dark environment. The next being the air quality itself. There's not many employers actually take into account the air quality that you're surrounded with. There needs to be servicing on the heating, the air conditioning, ventilation itself. Otherwise, there's a lot of germs and there's a lot of allergens that just get recirculated on a daily basis. That's what causes the sick days themselves. And finally, the last thing that I would like to talk about, as strange as it sounds, is nature. I know you're wondering why I would just say nature. What does this have to do with productivity? Well, actually involving the natural environment in your daily lives in a workplace, it actually helps you to be more comfortable, more relaxed, more calm, and allows you to get through the workday without panicking, without a whole lot of stress. It becomes a lot easier. So, first thing we're going to look at is lighting. And with lighting, obviously you have the benefit of increasing productivity. It provides the illumination you need to be able to see your paperwork, see your screen, and just being more efficient. And with lighting, there's 3 things you need to look at. You have your age, the vision, and the preference of the actual user itself. It's going to vary on who's actually working at this same time. Now, in a article, it was stated that the amount of light needed for reading average size print in a book nearly doubles by the age of 40, and that worker productivity increases of 20 to 30% are possible with an increase in workspace levels. So essentially, when you're 20, by the time you're 40, the lighting that you have, it needs to double if your visual performance is going to be up to par with the standards of your job. Also with lighting, it's going to reduce your work fatigue, and it can help improve alertness. So when you hit that 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock wall, you're not going to have to reach for a 5-hour energy. It's pretty much just having the lights at a good level that's really going to help you. You're not going to want to fall asleep. You're not going to want to stop working and take a break. A big popular thing that's starting to occur in a lot of offices now, if you have your own individual workstations, it's control of the lighting itself. It provides a lot of benefits for people that actually work in the office. For instance, I found an article that employee productivity with custom office lighting. Employers who offer individual workstation controls, particularly for lighting, level, and thermal control, have happier employees, improved work output, better employee attraction and retention, and financial success. So you actually get a chance to kind of understand that how important a role lighting plays in the workplace. Even though you would normally think, whatever the lighting is, it's fine, but it actually does play a lot more important role. So next, we're going to go to air quality. Air quality, again, doesn't seem like a big factor, but it does when you're working in an office setting. Again, you have the benefit of increased productivity, essentially from fewer sick days. You're not going to be exposed to the recirculated air, again, that contains germs. It contains allergens that would cause most people to want to call out sick on a daily basis. It actually has the potential for better memory retention, better concentration, and energy levels. In an article I found, it's covered up. Employees need a comfort zone. The more air you get into your lungs relates to the amount of oxygen going to your brain. The more oxygen that is getting to your brain, the more you concentrate, the more energy that you'll have, and less tired you'll feel. This comes from Wayne Campbell, who's the managing director of Healthy Performances. So it's the physical effects that you feel from actually the germs and the allergens that go into the recirculated air on a daily basis. And we have the nature, which I'm sure nobody was quite sure what I meant when I first said it, but this has to do with the positive effects on the mood that you bring in nature on a daily basis. If you're by a window, it helps you sort out problems a lot easier. Instead of, if you're stuck on something, you stare up and you're looking at just a gray cubicle, it's a lot easier to solve your problems if you just stare out the window for a second and just understand what's going on. It makes you a little bit more calm, and it increases your creativity. According to Matt Davis, who's a professor at the University of Leeds in England, we have the affiliation with nature, so when we are close to it, we feel more comfortable, relaxed, and at home. It's about being more associated with nature, even if it means being close to a window. And as I'm about to talk about, just being close to plants itself actually have a dramatic effect on it. In a 2003 study at Texas A&M University, it shows the links between flowers and plants introduced into the workplace. Men and women demonstrated more innovative thinking, more idea generation, more original problem solutions. Overall, men generated 30% more ideas, whereas women created more flexible and creative solutions to problems. So, as a board member, it's actually up to you to take on the commitment and to make change. You should be dedicated to your employees' well-being, whether it's physical, psychological. These are the people that work for you. And the only way you're going to get more out of them is being more committed to their well-being and their health, and showing that they can do more with even just small changes in the way they work.